Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. So today we're back here on Hirschfelden once again because I had no idea what I wanted to do for this video. So I thought we'd come to the northern part because I've not yet explored the Rottwald, or however that's pronounced, region. And I've actually not really been in the west side of Hirschfelden, the small region, not the entire map, at all yet. So we're going to do that. There's a couple of lookout points along the way here in Hirschfelden, and then we'll hit the ones in Rottwald and find the outpost. And we'll just kill everything we can along the way. I think I got all the colors. I've not yet unlocked the red deer color. Unfortunately, I'm 2 levels away, and I'm really close to level 26, so at that point I'd be 1 level away. So hopefully that'll be either next episode or the one after. I've actually unlocked the distressed fawn color, which is for black bear, and I might try to do some black bear bow hunting. So maybe 2 episodes from now we'll come here and try some red deer bow hunting, because I think that'd be pretty fun as well. Because I've had a lot of trouble hunting red deer. I just can't get them to come close. So anyway, we're going to head towards this first lookout point, and hopefully we find some animals along the way. Alright, so we've got a roe deer buck out here, and he's trying to trot away, so we better take him. Hopefully we didn't hit the ground. I didn't see him run after that, so I think we took him down. I got a pretty much completely different setup, by the way, so hopefully you guys can't hear my keyboard anymore. I would be very surprised if you can, because I can't even hear it with my headset off when I'm just playing, not typing, because when I'm typing I can still hear it, but just using the WASD and that kind of stuff, I never really hear it. And I've got my mic a lot closer to me, so I'm probably sounding a bit louder than normal. This is a big roe deer, 201 score. I didn't realize that. Absolutely would have been in gold if we'd have taken him with a different weapon, but using the 7mm single shot, that's going to give us a silver. The reason I've only got these 7mm in the bow is because I am carrying a tent with me. Should I find an area where a lot of animals are showing up, I'm going to put down a tent. So I couldn't bring like a 223 or something smaller on this hunt. Oh, got another roe deer. It is a buck. Try to call him this way, because I don't think we'll be able to see him. That's some thick territory, so we'll just hang out here and see if he comes in. Alright, I see our roe deer. Guess we'll just take him with the 7mm as well, since we just shot. Anyway. It's not like we're scaring extra stuff, other than a few meters that we've traveled forward. That things may have been out of render. Other than that, everything else would have spooked from the first shot anyway. .163, another pretty decent one. He's only got the 2 points. He doesn't have the third one on each antler. Alright. I was going to say as well, I am kind of running and gunning to do this exploration, so I don't intend on taking anything really with a bow, unless I just see an opportunity. So I intend to pretty much gun hunt all the way. Alright, so we've got some wild boar coming in. There is a male, but I don't know where he went. And they're winding me from pretty far away. Yeah, I think we're just gonna just take a female. Rather than not getting anything at all and having to track them. I did see the male. I didn't see any like massive teeth on him or anything, but I only saw him for a second and then he was gone. But here's our pig. Score 31. From tusks. That's interesting. I thought females could only be weight. At least in classic they don't even have tusks, but evidently they can in fact have them here in Call of the Wild, so that's kind of cool. I did get to the first lookout point. We're heading to the second one now. We're not going to the one in Hirschfelden, we're going to the one in the Rottwald region, so hopefully we can find the outpost from there, and then we'll decide what we'll do after that. Alright, so we've got a red deer stag right here. The first red deer stag I've ever seen that's not rather large, and he's not a bad one, just not as big as the others that I've seen. Trying to get a better angle, but I don't want him to spook. Oh, we've just spooked something else. Oh, red deer female, I think that was. That might have been a roe deer, I couldn't tell. But a female nonetheless, so we'll let her go. See what our stag scores. Actually, he's bigger than I thought. 139. Not too bad. Red deer give a lot of cash. 1300. I'm going to be... He was actually a 6 difficulty. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to be definitely trying to call in some red deer. 1300 cash is pretty good. Alright, I kind of got off my path going for that, so I got to get back to where I was headed. Alright, we've got a roe deer buck coming in. I can hear him, and he should be in sight any second. I just saw him. I was going prone, though, because I realized the wind is horrible. He's right there. Doesn't look like a monster, but... take him down anyway. See what we get for a score on him. 102, so this is a relatively small one. It was trivial difficulty. I thought I was close to leveling up. Maybe I already did. Oh, okay, I'm still almost 4,000 experience away. I did level up because the one I was thinking about was in the 60,000s for experience. So guess we're not as close to the red deer color as I thought, but hopefully still by at least 2 episodes from now we can have it and do some red deer bow hunting, because as we saw earlier, they give out quite a lot of cash, so that'd be quite nice, but we've still got a ways to go till we get to that point. We've got a female roe deer out here that we're just going to take out quickly, since she's just standing there in the open. I've not noticed any areas where there's like a lot of animals. I've just had the occasional animals I run along, so I've not yet set down my tent. I'm still hoping to find a place where I have like a lot of tracks, or if I see a lot of animals, like several different species in one area, then that's the kind of area I'd like to put a tent. Kind of similar to the bedding area on Layton Lake, but if I found something like that, that would be a bit crazy, because I think that's like a just crazy area where a lot of animals have drinking zones or bedding zones. So I don't know if there's anything like that on this map. There could be, but I'm not necessarily looking for something of that caliber. Alright, so we've made it to the first lookout point here in Rotwald. We'll see if this will give us the location of the outpost, if we can ever make it to the top.
The southern part of the Rotwald region is called Jonsdorf, and it's great for hiking. We get a lot of summer tourism up there. Not as much this time of year, but we discourage people from coming during hunting season.
Alright, so no sign of a outpost. So we'll place our waypoint for the next lookout point. I was hoping she'd give some information about the animals in the area, but nothing helpful for that. There's a red deer down there. Wonder if we just go up a bit higher. Nah, he's gonna be in the brush too much. I'm gonna stay crouched though. I might be able to get close enough for a shot. Alright, I see our red deer now. By far the smallest stag I've seen. And down he goes. That must have been why he stuck around and gave so many warning calls. He's not quite as big as some of the others. 77 score. Quite small. But again, still almost 1,300 cash, so red deer are definitely good for increasing your cash levels. I do have enough now to get the distressed fawn collar for next time to do some black bear bow hunting. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully that's what we'll end up doing. And I don't forget and spend the cash on something else. But anyway, we're going to continue our run up to this outpost and continue our not the outpost, up to the lookout point and continue our search for the outpost. Alright, evidently we've got a red deer female out here drinking. Just gonna get prone here, preferably somewhere I can see. There we go. Looks like that's gonna kill her. Yeah. She's kind of stood there for a sec before tumbling. So we have to take the long way around. Should be a bit faster because actually you do slow down in the water, and that's deeper looking than I thought anyway, so we do have to take the long way around. We can't cut through the water like I thought. I'm glad to see some more red deer up here because I never really knew where to hunt them. Although I was told like in the northeast, I think. But at the time I didn't even realize these two northern regions were here. I thought that the map ended as far as the north border with Spreeberg, Rinderland, and however you say Königsberg I'm going to go with. I'm sure that's not even close. But yeah, I didn't even realize Hirschfelden and Rottwald were up here. So even almost 1,300 cash for a female red deer. That's really, really good cash turnout for fairly easy species to hunt. Maybe that's why the collars unlocked at a rather high level, so you can't get a ton of cash at a lower level. But anyway, we'll continue running. Alright, so we got a roe deer buck in the doe right in front of us. Alright, so we got the buck. Doe's out of here. There was a red deer that called down here, but it was a warning call, and I think he probably spooked because I was running. Don't see his tracks anywhere, so I don't know how far away he was, but we got the roe deer. 134 scoring buck. Not too bad. We're 700 meters away from the path that leads up to the lookout point. It's not far from there, so we should be almost to that one, to where we can hopefully locate the lodge. I mean the outpost. Getting my games confused again. Looks like this red deer was headed this way. Yeah, I think he probably spooked before the gunshot. But I'm going to keep an eye out as we head up here because he's probably still in sight. Alright, so we're here to this lookout point. So hopefully we'll be able to get the outpost from here. That's a nice view.
Bondorf is the best region for red deer. You'll often find them congregating in Bondorf Canyon.
Now that is information I like. And the outpost is up here. And I can only imagine that this or this, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. If not, there's three actually, question mark points. I think the one in the south is probably the Bondorf Canyon she was just talking about. That's not the right. Where's my waypoint? It should be. Oh, I am facing north. Okay, never mind. Anyway, we'll head that way and hopefully we can get another red deer or two along the way. Alright, so we got a red deer stag trotting down here. It's actually just stopping. Definitely a hit. He actually just went down there. There's a roe deer as well that I saw, but he's out of sight already. Glad to get at least the one red deer because we're getting pretty close to the outpost. I'm thinking that might be all we get, unless that roe deer ends up down in that area. So yeah, as much as I've wanted to hunt red deer, and as long as it took me to find one here on Hirschfelden, I'm glad to be finally in the right area for them. Double lung shot on him. Another 1,300 cash. What are we at now? We've gained almost 10,000 this episode, and we don't even have 10 kills yet. I think we have 7 or 8. And I see the outpost. So that is going to be the last kill for this video. We'll just run over and claim it real quick so we can fast travel. What I'll probably do in the next video is find the canyon that you talked about, and I'll put a tent in that area because I expect that to be a decent spot for red deer, hopefully consistently. And then hopefully we can get that red deer collar unlocked sooner rather than later, and then we can start having some real fun with bow hunting them. So that is going to be all for this video. We got a lot accomplished, got this area explored, and now I finally know where the red deer are at. So hopefully we can do a lot of hunting them in the future. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.